After 2 years foiling, I'm finally getting the hang of these air jibes. So, a few key tips. Unhook, check your surroundings, and then lean into the jibe. Now throw your arms forward, taking the sail open away from you, and then switch your feet and come downwind, flick the sail around, and off you go. There's a lot going on, so let's slow it down. Now first up, you need to take your back foot, which is probably already out of the strap, and put it across the board close to the leeward rail, almost in line with where you were standing. And you want to put it as far across the board as you can so that you can slide it straight into the strap later. Then lean into the turn with the sail, and you start like a slalom jibe a little bit, but immediately push the sail forward with long arms to get the sail over the nose, and you use the sail to balance the board a little bit as well as your back foot pressure. Open the sail early, and then as soon as you're downwind, switch the feet. Slide your back foot straight into the new front foot strap and step across the board, putting the back foot toe on the center line if you can on a wide board. And then once your feet are switched, flick the sail as quickly as you can from the mast end. Don't worry about the back of the sail, flick it from the front and spin it around, pulling it forward as quickly as possible so that it's in its new position in a balanced spot, and the cams should hopefully rotate very easily. You may need to give a second pump, then move your back foot towards the rail, hook in and sail away. Sounds easy. And the key is, with your back foot, you've got to control your ride height and try to avoid touching the water, because that will slow the board down abruptly and unsettle you. So avoid touching the water if you can for a smooth jibe. Okay, let's have a look from the other side again. Unhook, foot out of the strap. Where your foot is on the board, step right across to maintain altitude. Lean in, open the sail early, step across, try and maintain balance, and flick the sail.
Another air jibe that was ugly.
So let's slow that down and have a look in a bit more detail. See where my back foot is on the board, sailing normally downwind. That is where we want to put it across the board to control ride height during the jibe. So when we step across, we'll keep it in line, and the black banding of the grip on the deck helps identify where that should be. And then as soon as we step across, lean the sail in to start the jibe, and then push the sail forward onto straight arms, extending it away from us and opening the sail very early to stay ahead of the apparent wind. So we essentially push the backhand around, and then when we get dead downwind is when we step across, and we do the feet first. So bring the old front foot across to the middle of the board, move the new front foot forward into the strap, hopefully in a straight line. So it's very easy. Notice the back foot moves then to the center line. Bit of a wobble, hand used to balance. Bring the sail upright as quickly as possible to get and maintain speed, balance and efficiency through the air. And then once everything's lined up, regain control, pop the cams, adjust the feet and sail away. Notice that jibe, the speed was quite slow at the minimum there, and that also doesn't help when you run out of wind, causing you to wobble and lose some of the momentum through the turn. I understand that the shorter fuselages of some of the free ride gear are very twitchy, and so your exact position of your back foot especially becomes critical, and so you need to concentrate on that, maintaining altitude and angle through the water of the foil. Okay, let's have a look at this third example again. So check your surroundings, take your foot out of the strap, unhook, and then identify your jibe point, in this case the green watermark. Step your foot across the board, leaning on the downwind rail, lean the sail in, open early. As soon as you're dead downwind, switch your feet. Try to get your foot straight into the strap. Continuing to open the sail. Note the toe position on the back foot. Very close to the center line. Bring the sail forward swiftly. Best place for the sail is where you can hold it. And then get back up to speed. Overtaking the competition. Sounds easy. No power. And again in slow motion. So foot's out of the back strap, harness is unhooked, turn the front hand over if you sail with the underhand grip so that you've got better control of the boom when you rotate the sail. And then if the winds are lighter, you'll probably need to have your back foot closer to the bolt holes of the mast, so back foot further back. If you're in stronger winds, you'll probably have it further forward, especially sailing deep downwind. Okay, so we look around, make sure there's no obstacles coming into the jibe. You'll notice I've tapped down a little bit on entry, and that probably indicates that the wind is lightening, and I should have just shifted my back foot back a few millimeters. Anyway, we go in regardless, lean in, about to step across the board and get this turn underway. Not fully across the board with the back foot there, as you could see just then. Again, lean the sail forward to control the ride height of the board. If you want to keep the nose down more, push the sail further forward. If you need to get the nose up, you bring the sail closer to the back of the board. Rotate, fully downwind, step across the board, straight into the new strap. Makes it a lot easier. Rotate the sail. Try and keep the board not like that, which is pointing back downwind, but either flat or into the wind to continue turning. A little bit of a wobble on that exit there as we come out of the jibe, flick the sail. This one we have obviously a lot less speed coming out of the jibe, so we're struggling for a bit more pace, and tap the deck. Keep that to a minimum, of course, and try and rise up and fly out of the jibe so we can keep our speed going. Shore beats pumping back onto the wing. Your front foot in the strap, lean on the boom, maybe hook in first, and then get the back foot close to the foot strap so that you can feel where its position is, and then just quickly tuck it in to the windward rail and sail upwind. keep tacks for another video.